to be, and OGLU are giving up the control.
Yeah, no, completely giving it up. Almost looking like they're just going to try and set up to try and do some damage before the spike can actually go down, but ultimately not going to be able to do too much about that. It will actually go down.
I think he just got caught by a bug there. That was perfect lineup, but a little bit of a bug making the snake bite bounce wrong. It's definitely a bug. Don't challenge me on that.
Definitely.
Oh, he's taking the kill there onto Zeek as they start to close in the distance. Wall down. That's got to be destroyed. The wraparound by starxo, though, goes unchecked, and the kills are not rolling their way. And they're 250 credits each. They track really quickly along, like seekers that have seen you along the trail, and they near sight you for 3.5 seconds. And we'll get onto the rest in a little bit, because we've already got a push coming through. feqew has already been taken down. That was a long-range shot straight down Bialy, but look at that. Combo. Right away, they've got a combo to push them back.
And again, this is the problem. They need to fight more aggressively just to try and deny these players from being able to peek out, because they don't have the wall. They don't have anything to really deny this. So it has to be more aggressive here. Bear in mind, this is also a bonus round. So they're almost playing into these closer range angles. Look at the tags that have already come through, and they know this. They know it's good. But actually, he manages to escape at cNed. He's found 2 through the screen.
This is strong. That wall not going to do anything for them in getting that diffused through. They've got to get the kills. All down, hype around, and well, that is clean.
Sort of combo abilities that are available. But either way,
so it's you can't escape from it right by running. Essentially, you could like updraft dash, that sort of stuff, but you're tethered to it. Hold on here, feqew. He's going to be in a pretty nice spot if he can still TP out of here. Wants to get that peak soon, and there it is. In and out, nice and clean.
It still ends up in a 3v3 though. Like Acend have done quite well in these sort of early positions. feqew as well starts that rotation back through, but ultimately you can see Acend starting to move back in the other direction. But with such an aggressive position currently there for MOLSI, I was gonna say they'll have to read very quickly, but he's actually started to move his way back into the A side, maybe just expecting this rotation to come through because nothing has been spotted on the other side. He also has a full belt of utility, so it puts them in an incredibly good spot that he can basically just drone, dart, and just sit there and wait for these players to actually push through and have the information for his side. It's all gonna depend though on timing.
That reveal actually still concealing him. He's got a little roof above his head. Oh, but they've spotted him now as they drop down. No punish. MOLSI in a lot of trouble as they double, triple peek even into him. Defuse. A prowler is like a sky flash in that you can control it, right? But then, yeah, so Nightfall is hurled. And how it works is it's a rolling thunder from a breach. Think of it that way in effect and how it looks.
Yeah.
But what it does,
and then you heal back up rather than you slowly decaying over time. So that instant means that in combos, it's filth. Yes. Speaking of filth, cNed, using his Rainer to lurk, has already managed to find an opening pick. Now this purchase is a much weaker one. feqew is the only real weapon. There is no weapon anymore because he is dead. So this round is looking like a fairly easy blitz round for Acend. They're not going to want to lose too many players. You can see some re-aggression coming out from MOLSI as well in an attempt just to retrieve that operator and have something to play with it.
Well, they've managed to make their way over to the site. That operator for MOLSI needs to find something here. They're going to be aware that it can be moving around, but the 1 kill found. Something to start. A foothold on the round. Still plenty more to do. The Haunt not finding anything. MOLSI void of any other opportunities. He's got his pistol out as he clears up close. That was a risky maneuver. And, well, Destrian has managed to spot them here. That's the Prowler sent out, but it got caught on the fence. And Zeek, well, there he goes. He's gone. This man has got an operator, and he just took that peek with a sheriff. What a lunatic. Here we go. Operator time. Player up close. How to take the peek, and MOLSI just keeps on hitting. He's being chased down by cNed, but he's going back looking for him. That could have been a mistake.
These more aggressive options for someone like cNed and still having that sentinel and play on the other side. Aggressive peek from feqew again. Not going to get anything this time.
Yeah, timing's cut him off, and then look at that, the ulti, making sure there's no triple burst out of that Hunter's Fury. feqew still trying to catch some players off. Nothing to be found as MOLSI goes down. cNed previously lurking, now the man. The point of aggression. I don't even know. Is that what was that bounce? Oh my God! Don't take this guy to the beach. He'll be skimming rocks like bullets. That was unreal.
Cena just running at them at this point, and that's the thing. That's the deadly thing about this Acend roster. Is I sort of made this comparison before, but
stopping. The haunt has already cleared all of heaven. I think even down below it, thanks to its elevation. They're ready for this push now, especially seeing that haunt. You know exactly what that means. And Zeke, he's going to catch Destrian right away. Some style points on the way down. They're stacked up. And okay, damage done. Boo left on practically no HP. The Hunter's Fury trying to chase him down. It's coming close. But she just slips away. Sage making it out. And Boo might be able to get a res if they leave those bodies untouched.
Do they expect MOLSI to be here, though? Because they've already spotted the fallback. The whole point here is that he's meant for the bait. cNed checks it, though. So aware of the potential of that aggressive spot. And while now Boo is left in no man's land, doesn't have himself the wall either because that's been taken away. Just has to try and land some shots as they head through, and the flash is perfect. These executions from Acend have been so clean. And while Hype, okay, he'll get one on the exit, but it really is an exit.
Best way ever.
Which was perfect because he went, yeah, I think that right now, Fade is in a good...
And I think, you know, in a month we might see her play it well, but it's going to take so long to just form that and really cultivate the top level of Fade play. Anyways, what I was going to say is the strength of her currently is in surprising people. She ain't surprising Acend right now.
No.
I mean, Acend are playing their own game. They don't seem to be disrupted, disturbed by anything going on the other side.
It seems like they're so reliant on these aggressive plays, but Crossfire on the site has actually done its job incredibly well. They've spotted cNed attempting to wrap around, and after what was an initial two-man advantage, quickly comes back into an even scenario once again. cNed also tagged incredibly low, and there is actually a res available for Boo, so actually going for a rotation here, I was going to say on the attacker side, would have its risks about it, but instead, I like this from OGLU. They're going to go all the way back, knowing that Destrian's position is safe, knowing that his ult is online, bring him back in, and straight away, Vakk has just hit two crazy headshots. Here comes the ult through, which will give the information over, and also going to try and stun him up at the same time. He's down to just 1 HP, but Vakk looking to try and take that fight. It needs to be an almost instant kill if he's going to get it, but even still, it's gone back and forth either way. Vakk still caught within this field, and eventually Destrian.
I think 99% of the time, attack side is post plan. Very rare to see it used for or getting to a site.
Oh. This also looks like it just has some risky positions. Like you can see where he's had to put the poison orb to almost cut off some of that space. Straight away though, it is going to be that plant going through back into a 5 versus 4 scenario. So even with that Viper's Pit now gone, they're just unable to really do anything. cNed is just running at them again and again. He just has these rounds where he seems unstoppable. He's fighting into the spawn, and actually, now they've lost a couple of players, this becomes possible. The thing is, they had another player lurking behind, a second snake in the grass, and, well, MOLSI now has to do what seems to be impossible.
It certainly proves to be.
I think the one danger is people have to... Oh! I was going to say you have to be careful of just expecting Fade to be an instant game changer in a match. That was a nice shot from Destrian, but he is now also dead.
Not sure they'll be too delighted with that trade, but MOLSI finding another is a huge positive. Utility cut off by that ultimate as the null command comes through. They'll get the site control, the plant soon to follow. Hunter's Fury far enough away. Oh wow, an anime battle here, mid-air firing off. It's caught Vakk. Done some damage, softened him up for the way back through. Flank underway, about to be, no, not about to be spotted, sorry. starxo's of course dead, so his utility's offline, but cNed is just popping off, going for the fights, getting his heal, his dismiss on with his ultimate. And now he's going to look to fight with his teammate towards the backside as well. This flank needs to be huge. It needs to be fast, but maybe it doesn't. The rest of the team clean up house and leave Zeek alone. Time going to be a big issue here. OGLU can still get back in. Oh, at least he gets one.
Oh, I thought for a second, like, I think MOLSI playing with it.
Yeah, and the thing is, playing against it relies on you getting surprised by it. Relies on you not looking comfortable. Acend haven't hit that roadblock just yet. We'll see on the attack the difference that it can make. Thought there was a gap in that wall as well, and you can see MONSTEERR even double checking it, but no, it's free. They've got the plan through. Good containment as well, but the kill step up on Acend's side. Numbers equalized. feqew answers up. Mid control now. There's Acend trying to get their way back in towards the site. Look at this position for MOLSI, though. He has snuck his way in just at the right time. He'll grab himself a kill to, oh, I would think secure this one. Just MONSTEERR left.
Oh, one bullet left.
Managed to close in the distance to B, and they can certainly be in with a chance of taking it.
Already managing to make a decent amount of ground, but be a little wary. Some of the more aggressive positions. They've been trying to farm up these orbs. They actually delayed the plant in the last round to make sure that they got it, but the issue is, in terms of weaponry, they have a huge disadvantage, and you can already see the wall just being broken by their opposition. They know how important that's going to be to try and get into that after plant, and well, it's no longer there.
With the wall down, they just wait. They catch a kill. All right, starxo probably regrets doing that. He had an anchor to play back from. Spray through the smoke is good. Reveal, not going to catch anyone that's up above. Pistols, oh, they line up for Zeek. Great damage done here by OGLU. But the round win looking unlikely at this point. And, oh, there you go. It's locked. They've cleared outside of A, at least a decent amount of it at this point. That's why you see Zeek is now making his way to the B side.
It's whether they actually can do much about it. Now, he does have his fragment available. He can get in a position to actually deny the plant. That could be huge because there's only 20 seconds left on the clock. And well, it seemed like they were fairly reliant on feqew to actually get something done. Now, the wall is going to be utilized a little bit deeper, but straight on, it's not actually going to do that much damage. It's caught on the other side of the wall, so that's at least something. They get into the after plant, but then lose every single battle since, and now Hype needs to pull off a miracle, and well, he'll only get one. I think his 0 point didn't get anyone. So it's actually given them a full sense of security. He's now going to be under serious amounts of pressure, but it seems he might just thrive within it. Still managing to hide around the corner. Now he's been marked, so they should have a decent idea of where he is. He's managed to bypass, I was about to say. feqew finally puts him down. MONSTEERR going over the top, trying to take a pick, and he does. Oh. Gets a second as well. Now it just relies on the player within the pit. And also MOLSI sitting a little bit further back. He needs to try and find something here, and MONSTEERR is just ripping them apart. Only one man remaining. Hype within the pit will be able to drop one, and it's left onto starxo to try and finish the work his Viper started, baiting him in. The wall actually gonna give him an angle, and Hype will
to try and recover. No safety nets.
And you've got MONSTEERR pushing as well. This is grotesque. They're looking to just slam them into the ground. MONSTEERR feeling so confident. He's pushing up on a Viper. And the worst thing is as well, starxo is then sat behind. They're going to have information of where he is, but I feel like at that point it's almost irrelevant.
There.
Yeah. Mark was in. The writing was on the floor. Could trace him along, see where he went to. Now he's really and truly out of there. In on the B side. This op in play, cNed containing them with that op on A site. There is nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere. Look what they're walking into. Double flashes on Zeek. Op holding them on the cross. Player ready to trade up close. Good night. And sweet dreams. That is a beautiful setup. An op shot rings out. cNed still aggressing. Still firing off. They had starxo on the back lines as well. The artillery coming through. Back starting to push up. The pressure being applied, and OGLU falling to pieces. The Hunter's Fury will seek out Destrian. So will the final two players alongside vakk. The flank contained. Zeke's got him. No way he can go backwards. And so the other two, well, they set up this deadly little firing squad. Look at what he's about to peek into. It's a human shield in the form of MONSTEERR. And the flank eventually closes it out. The given. Look at this early fight here. feqew's got a great spot to try and just TP out of there. Sadly not able to pick up a kill on his way.
Okay, cNed's already gone. In fact, they're taking a lot of damage on the way through. Plenty of tagged players on the other side. Back will at least get them deep control. He had the spike, so he's going to have to reroute his way back in just to make sure that they get into the afterplan. You can already see that wall is being broken. The boom ball, okay, took a little bit of a journey, but doesn't really do much damage in the end.
The way back in, that nade doing plenty of damage. Zeek down low, but here's the crossfire coming through, and then Zeek strikes. Good for the kill and a little bit more damage. starxo left alone, 45 HP, smoke down, but nade is on him. He cannot escape. MOLSI have a huge advantage coming into this round, and it's Zeek
too
to return it.
Technically, he does now have the tour de force, so, you know.
Fake TP.
Was one way to do it. Yeah, MOLSI looks very confused. It doesn't matter, though, because Boo's already managed to find another in response. Wall timing's not great. Vakk goes flying through the air, and well, Hype will be able to correct his aim before any real problems come through. Paranoia in, but okay. That's 2 rounds in a row now where starxo has been killed using his TP.
Yeah, listen, the Paranoia, I'm behind. Try to step onto the side, maybe not so much. If there is someone close in the corner, as we saw, they are going to see you. You are nearsighted, not blinded. Lurking outside of B, and as soon as they go for this push, oh no, the wall from Hype. It couldn't have been timed worse, but he somehow got out of there with most of his health.
It technically did slow them down, and that's bought time for feqew to get into position with that tour de force. Again, it's going to be an opening. Again, it's going to be cNed down, and they don't really have anything to fall back on. Again, not a lot in terms of flashes to try and force this off the angle. In fact, you have the one, and the distance of it probably won't even reach him. So instead, Zeek is going to have lurked his way in on the other side of the map. Now, the rotation is going to take some time, and they are watching for this. They are prepared for this in middle. You've got Destrian watching to see if anybody's going to go back in that direction, but now the monster's caught a kill. I was wondering if they'd go back again. It seems like a little bit hesitant, and they don't know. It's not pretty, though, for Boo. It's only going to be the 1 kill, and now, well, that tour de force is everything, and MONSTEERR connect.
Wonder if maybe they heard the chamber trap.
Oh, over the top. Nade to counter. In fact, Showstopper as well. They're going to have to fall back off that wall very quickly, and in fact, with the stun that's come through, MOLSI's going to continue his aggression. Already with the first pick going his way. MONSTEERR desperately looking for a trade, but they are ready for Zeke's counter push into the B site. They're spotting players on this side as well, and with the heals coming back through, they are just trapped, and they've got nothing really to play with. Also, utility going to be spotted in the form of the trap, so they're just stuck in mid.
Not as bad of a position as you can get yourself into. Spike in hand, nowhere to go. starxo, 10 seconds, can TP. You could try, but the time is just way too low for him to get anything done. He's going to back out. I guess this is an attempt to lure them into some unfavorable duels, but, well... Oh, wow, the counter is there, though. Acend want to take that space back. Content to just give it up, bait them into open fights, and all 3 players ready and waiting. Running to the site, Boo taken down, nades through, but it's not going to take any more heads. Hype trying to hold on, but the res is coming in. The numbers keep on extending in Ascend's favor. Hype doing well to keep them back. He's going to be peeked out eventually and taken down. Zeek has fallen in the meantime, and so too is Vakk. Spike is down. cNed still with a dash online, wants to fight. But eventually that plant has to come through, or so they think. He's dashing out of there. He's taking space to main, and in fact, making an early rotate to the A site.
Yeah, managing to bait out that Rolling Thunder is huge. But it's whether he can actually manage to win the round, and just look at the position currently being held by feqew. He knows that unless he's gone all the way through the spawn at this point, he has to have made the move towards mid. I mean, could be everything here, though. cNed's actually managed to get it spot on.
30 seconds left.
And now the decision.
The plan's safe. Fault line to work with, no flashes. Saw the aftershock get the kill onto Zeek, but it's not online anymore. The interesting thing here, you know, a lot of players would want to play the time. The position it's planted is not ideal, but cNed wants to fight. Look at him. He's postured for this. He's ready to take the duel. And as it gets tapped, oh, Destrian's watching it! But wild. But yeah, here on Split, it's more back to basics, right? One of the core 3 maps, everybody knows it. And, well, this team certainly looking good on another opening duel going OG's way.
Yeah, I almost have to feel like going into the next time they play this map, they're going to bring in something else. Like, either you're going to have to switch cNed over to a Sage once again, which is something he's had success on before, and then let vakk play a breach or something.
Be too little too late. A Blade Storm for cNed is a scary prospect. Dash is going to be popped. Oh, that's not what we wanted. But anyways, nade down. Zeek up close. Frenzy in hand, and he's got a kill for free. That's an upgraded weapon, and now Destrian goes down. Acend, they might finally have found their funk on this as they get a plant through in a 5v3.
Spike planted.
Managing to catch that aggressive push from Boo. Now leaving a retake with an operator. And they do have a res. If they could somehow pinpoint the player by the window, maybe they've got an opportunity here, but the smoke is going to make things so awkward for them. And also, the remainder trying to wrap around is not going to be easy. Nade should at least clear out Zeek. Instead, he's just going to instantly pop the... Oh, it's not pretty, though. MOLSI's been able to take down starxo. HP can be risen back up as they look to push into the site. The weaponry is still in their favor. Hype has now found another. MOLSI drops one more. It's starting to fall apart for Acend, but vakk might have just saved them.
See what more they can make work. Again, feqew on the operator taking the early mid peak, and he has been shut down.
Yeah, nice drop from Zeek. One of the rare times I think we've really seen Acend get the open
smoke. Yeah, in they go. But look, like OG London United, they're playing on the B site. They've got 3 players stacked down here, ready for the peak. There's the pixel angle held by Hype. Put down the slow, the nade, and well, Acend somehow come out on top in that situation. You can see all the utility is there. OG have the setup. Acend have the kills.
Yeah, Zeek bailing them out, I guess. It's starting to come online, which is a very good sign. Oh, I thought for a sec, still money, of course, on the other side. And, oh, he's made it, even stunned.
Rolling Thunder's coming through. Nade hasn't landed.
Oh, it's landed on cNed.
Oh, yeah, that's, I guess it did land. Not quite where it was intended. OGLU, 5 players. After using a Rolling Thunder, they're still tucked outside. Oh, boo! Well, he certainly got a surprise on that one. Destrian able to pull it back, and then the res is coming into play. They're going to try to punish feqew down to the operator. Hype trading it back. But that was actually Zeek in with a kill just before he fell. Now the op of MONSTEERR showing up. 2 players on the site. vakk isolated. Oh, but he's holding on well, trading himself out. Oh, well, that Boombot, I guess, got the information it was looking for. MOLSI with 2 opponents to take down and practically no time to do it. Nice attempt. It could have been so much better. And I think that's something that can definitely haunt you now on the attack side. But MOLSI's not letting it get to him. And he's gotten a second, dodging the paranoia. What an animal. cNed under pressure now, and he will not find anything.
Player standing.
Yeah, looking like MOLSI might have just cemented themselves the pistol here. All of the pistols, in fact, thus far. Unless MONSTEERR has something to say about it. A 1v4 turn 3, walled off from heaven as well, so there's not really an angle that he can play into, and unless he somehow catches Boo off guard, which I doubt it, because it seems like Boo has already fallen back into a more passive position, and with the bullet going through, the information is there. Even just sitting in this corner wastes so much time. They even have the stun, and then peak could just be the turning point if they somehow lost this round, but it would need an utter miracle. Already you can see the stuns going through, but this is somewhat of a ruse. Most of the players making their way in towards that A site. Only really going to be cNed there. Zeek does manage to get one. Now maybe if cNed could pop off with a couple of shots, that's the first. He's even going to reposition, connects onto feqew as well. It's starting to fall apart as cNed just hits everything. Only one man standing, and he'll get... Acend are a nasty team. And just, dude, look at Zeek! He gets away with 2 kills there. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, that is grotesque. That is not something you should be able to get away with off of one piece of utility and a blast back. Timing even looked pretty good for feqew, but cNed.
Ridiculous.
He's been seen.
Yep. Thinks he's sneaking around, but okay.
Okay, nice shot.
Well done. Monster was aware that he was there. Like TP, it's going to cause a lot of paranoia for cNed. It's going to be worried about a player being up on the rafters as he goes back out. That smoke's going to fade soon enough, but there's another online. Where does Boo put it, though? Or anywhere? If cNed gets the angle here, I'm almost certain the kill comes through. There we go.
Shadows traveling, stealing sight.
They expect the full rotation to be in, though. That's the thing. The rest of the players were actually incredibly slow. They were making a push into B main, almost expecting that they would rotate in another direction. Now you finally have that flank coming through. I don't know if the steps would have actually been heard there. It seems like Destrian is homed in on the angle. Because of that, it will now go back into a 2v2 scenario. A round that was looking like a done deal, now competitive.
They know they're up against an op. They'll be so cautious about peeking wider angles, but Destrian's gone down, and they know that Boo was on this site before. They've just seen him now, 85 HP. The operator just now coming in. Gonna creep his way around into the elbow, try to hold the angle, but starxo too quick on it.
That's what, like, the break was long enough that my brain has melted. But yeah, it's currently 9-8. cNed already is gonna kick things off. Is there gonna be a trade? There is. Boo.
Oh my.
Managing to find himself one. It seems like the HUD is completely melted at this point, but we're just gonna try and ignore it and carry on.
Well, Monster's gone down. A little bit of room to play with in towards the back of the site, but Destrian's holding on. Only cNed left alive, 30 HP. Might have a blade storm, but I don't think he's quite feeling this one. Operator in hand. Is he still going for this? You absolute lunatic.
I think they've just got the cash. I think that's what it is. And ultimately, maybe they don't mind it being on the other side. He's just walked past. Oh no, Boo actually uses his utility. It now comes down to the 1v1. cNed also has his dash available for the next few seconds, trying to tap and bait him into the swing, but the time is now ticking away, and he's going to have to try and get back onto that
clock. Not going to be much time to change up your mind. Boo hasn't got the ultimate either. This is full dedication to the B play. Dive down. Good kill for MOLSI. On the back side, there's a crossfire. They might not expect this. To have this much of a heavy stack out of Acend is unlikely. And there you go. They cleared the close corner, but now starxo able to catch them off. That is a nasty triple. He's down. Down on the back of the site. Zeek able to at least take Boo. Trade there. feqew on the cross. Almost gets caught. Bladestorm out. That's going to stop him planting. He's got to go for it right here and now. He's sticking it. Committing to it fully. cNed now coming around the corner. Bladestorm not going to land. Down to a classic. He's hoping he's low enough, but only one knife hit. Rotating in, knife in hand. Monster using his cam. And look, he's hearing the steps. He knows what's coming. Hello! He's waiting all the while and then jumping into most. Not the nicest ways for that to end, but you know, it is what it is. cNed's gonna let one go by and ready to take the fight afterwards. He connects that shot quick as can be. Dash no longer online. He'll be caught by feqew, at least giving a chance. A 1v3 now with a tour de force in hand.
It's a rough opportunity to try and fight from, but maybe the weapon to do it. Time still not awful, but just look at this crossfire setup. It would have to be a lightning couple of shots out from feqew to be able to connect anything here. And the first one actually going to swing into him. A slightly over aggressive peek. Manages to get the rifle in hand as well. Finds the kill, but 1 point. And now Acend within just 1 round, being able to equalize things. A decent execution into the site, though, is going to take a lot of space for free. And see MONSTEERR just waiting for anybody to try and peek into the trip, and I think they did. They walked into the trip, and he gets a kill for free. cNed has found another. It might be an after plant, but the fact is there's only 3 holding.
feqew's got to find them on the cross here. These players on site are just held hostage. MOLSI with a showstopper. Find it hard to get room to get that in, and with feqew falling, it's going to be done here and now, isn't it? Hype out of this.
Of both MONSTEERR and zeek, well, I don't think getting these entries are going to be easy.
It definitely shouldn't be on paper. This is such a big risk by OG London United. It has to pay off. The spike on its way through heaven, and Hype's gone already. A quick elimination through the smoke. They're still spraying. The Rolling Thunder is going to be used to punish them. A lot of space given up. The cross out by MOLSI. He doesn't know there's players already in spawn, watching and waiting for him to peek on out. He gives up the control, though. Instead, they'll fight for the site, losing Destrian, losing Boo. It's all on to MOLSI, and he's gone
11.
too.
cNed again. He's got no fear at this point. Instantly activating that dash. Wanting someone to face into him here. He's not going to connect the shot, and maybe there's a potential chance that he'll get picked off instead by the showstopper. Instead, he pulls out the Blade Storm, but lands absolutely nothing. A solid clear. The counter being attempted by Zeek, and although it does damage, it doesn't do enough.
Well, it looked like for a second they were rotating to the other side of the map. I think that's very much what they want Acend to think. And they've dragged 2 players to rotate over there. The 2-2 setup. Gonna leave it into a pretty tough spot for Zeek. No utility left.
There.
A glowing gun, though. It's glowing for a reason. This man has had so many incredible individual rounds. Another chance here as they prime up the smoke, the stun. The push about to follow through. The wall up. Locked starxo out. He can see the cross, but it's Zeek who's going to catch the first. Now they know he's close. They'll look to swing and punish him. The spray! Zeek somehow gets away with 3 kills. And that leaves Monster in a spot where he might be able to clutch this out.
Yeah, it's still a lot to ask. No utility to play with. Okay, a kill would get him the information that he needs, but I feel like sneaking his way through has so much more value. Trying to just catch someone off guard. Trying to almost watch someone with their back turned. I like this, though. OG London United are taking a little bit of initiative. They're going to go fighting in towards the spawn, and there's so many angles that Monster still has to check, still has to clear. He's spotted on one side, and they both peek him together, almost delaying them a little bit. Maybe if they had a plan to sort of blast pack through early. Instead, though, they're just going to go running straight through. Already, it has to be the fadeaway. cNed looking to take that space, but a lot of damage in response. The wall will deny them and allow for an afterplant to come through, but it's going to have to be a safe one.
They've broken the wall. Just so Acend need to commit some more resources towards holding this. When inside a screen spotted by that boom bot, they'll be ready for that play to come through. But they're just waiting at the moment. Destrian will have a... SBC utility just came online. The fault line there to play with. They've caught MOLSI. Another player coming around, though. starxo super late. They will not expect him, and Vax got them up close. Now lots of players coming up here. cNed gonna have to go huge, and I think he got a tag there. Destrian 9 HP, just about surviving the blind. A little late. It's not catching them. OG London United. Wait, I thought they were giving it up and going back. In fact, they are. They were making noise, but those steps are heard. starxo's feeding the information. Info doesn't do a lot for you, though. Well, not when you're in Monster's position. He is stuck behind the site, waiting for these players to come, falling down into his sight. 5 on the other side that he's going to take down. Already in is 1. What is that? Monster's got another. It goes down, and that is an absolutely unbelievable task that he's just been faced with. A Herculean performance, and Boo and feqew have got to clutch this out to stay alive in their first series of VCT.
Talking about super signings, Monster has definitely put himself in the limelight. It's up to his teammates to try and get something done here. Boo has already got 1 on the cross. feqew as well leaves it down to that 1 versus 1. Up close, starxo. Is he going to take the peek through? No, he's trying to bait Boo in, trying to force him to push through, but instead Boo just waits on the edge, not expecting him to be defusing, and starxo just, even though it takes